Okay, we're rolling.
Hey, welcome back to the How to Podcast series. It's Dave with you. Glad to be with you. Hope you're doing well. Some great comments coming in through our survey, which is available in the show notes and on our website, howtopodcast.ca. Nice to hear from you. Really great to hear from you. Some great ideas, some great feedback. It makes me think. It really makes me think, and I love hearing from you. So if you have a moment, head over to howtopodcast.ca or just look on your phone right there at the bottom. You'll see a little link to our free, no-catch survey. I'm not trying to get you on anything, but I'd love to get your feedback. You can make the show better, not just for you, but for everybody. So I'd love to hear from you. So thanks for that. I want to talk about, we as podcasters, we need to be a little bit more playful and a little less stressed out when it comes to being a podcaster. I think we need to play more. And there's something magical happens when we play. So I'm glad you're here. Let's get playful. Here we go. So I'm a grandfather of two. I have a granddaughter, Delilah. She's gorgeous. And I have a grandson, Wesley, who just learned how to walk. Ta-da! And around at the 1 year mark, he's now not only walking, but he's got the sickest dance moves you've ever seen for a 1-year-old. And so that's the thing. One thing, I sit there and I watch them play. And it's funny because when, as adults, we're just like, oh, isn't that cute? They're playing. But when you watch a kid play, they're learning so much in what seems like idle, non-thinking, time wasted as an adult looking from our perspective. It's just like they're just wasting time playing, but really they're not. They are learning the foundations of what they're going to need as an adult growing through life starts when they're little, when they're tiny. And playtime is serious stuff. It's fun, yeah, but it's serious stuff. And the amount of inputs that kids have when they're little and how receptive they are to new information and learning the proper names for things and colors and tastes and sounds and feels, all of their senses. And they're just a sponge. If kids had a name, they would be SpongeBob. They just soak everything in. And playtime is a huge part of a child's learning cycle. And I'm going through a website right now, learningthroughplay.com, and for my grandchildren, and just how I, as a grandfather, when I'm watching the kids or interacting with the kids, how I can be a better grandfather and how I can leverage play to help my kids to learn. And as I'm doing this, I'm thinking of you. Not that you're a child, but I'm like, wouldn't it be interesting if we had this kind of approach to podcasting where playtime wasn't a distraction from podcasting. Playtime wasn't something that kept us from our podcast, but it was actually fundamental to what we do as podcasters, is that we have an element of play. And what would that look like for us to leverage play? So based on what I'm seeing at learningthroughplay.com, I'll link all in the show notes for you as always, it's unrelated directly to podcasting, but I think we can make this work. So you ready? Let's get playful. Here we go. So the one thing I'm hearing through the feedback through the survey to date is a couple people have already mentioned, Dave, can you make your episodes shorter? Fine. So I'll try to make this as short as possible. I'm going to get through this and still add value. And I try not to put out fluff, but good feedback. Thank you for this. So why does play matter for podcast creators? I think play unlocks creativity. It crushes this perfectionism that podcasters seem to live under. We let go of polished scripts and let's just put our best ideas out and flow freely. So podcasters, we often trap ourselves in this rigid routines for our podcast. We script every word. We obsess over edits. We fear bad episodes that will tank our podcast. But play, experimenting without judgment. When I watch my grandchildren, there's no judgment to their skill level of play. Did they use the car in the right way? Like, the car is supposed to be on the wheels, not on the roof. What are you doing? That's not right. No, we don't do that. We let our kids play. We let them figure things out. And in that, they learn, right? There's no wrong way to play. And there's no wrong way to podcast. And that's what I'm watching and learning from watching my grandchildren. They might not play with a toy the way it was designed, but that's okay. And we as podcasters might not use podcasting the way it was designed, and that's okay, because it's a podcast. It's not going to break easily in your hands. There's not much you can do to hurt a podcast. So play, be playful, try something, do what other people aren't doing. Be messy, make a mess, fix it. It's a great way to learn. And I think we can learn a lot from watching small children play. I just think it really adapts really well into podcasting. We experiment without judgment when we play. It helps to rewire our mindset. Just as kids build wild structures with blocks or draw pictures of things, you're like, I have no idea what that is. Kids build and they don't really care about the results, right? They draw a picture, they hand it to you, they walk away. Do they care if you keep it? Well, they stick it on the fridge for a couple of days. They build a bunch of blocks. And then what do? They knock them over, they walk into the next room. Over, right? And as podcasters, we're so dear. We hold our podcast so dear that we don't want to mess anything up. We want this to be perfect, right? And we're so attached to the result. Kids play without any attachments to the results. They just play. I think we can do that as podcasters. So build the blocks, knock them down and walk away. Draw the picture, stick it on the fridge, and go on with your life as a podcaster. So like kids, as podcasters, we can do things. We can build wild structures in our podcast and then knock them down. We can riff on an episode idea. We can test silly intros. We can record throwaway bonus content that sparks breakthroughs. This low stakes messing around builds resilience against flops and trains our brain to generate fresh new angles and to do it effortlessly. Playful exercises that we can try right now as podcasters. I've got 4 for you. These are 4 creative rituals. Here we go. You ready? Let's try this. Incorporate these into your next podcast episode and whatever you're working on, okay? And ditch the perfectionism. Use this as an excuse. First, free form brainstorm. I want you to set out 10-minute a timer on your watch, your phone, whatever, and speak nonsense rants on your topic. No stopping, no editing, and transcribe later for gold nuggets. Like, you don't have anything in front of you to read from, no prompts. For 10 minutes, just get onto your podcast recording software and record 10 minutes of just you talking about your topic. Just let it go. Just play. Just play. Nobody's going to hear this. It's just for you. And then transcribe it. I would use Adobe Podcasts as a way to transcribe. That's what I'm using for my shows. And through Adobe Podcasts, you can do the enhanced sound. You can do all those other things. You can create audiograms. A lot of good stuff there on Adobe Podcasts. But they have a transcription button. Transcribe it and get the information from what you just said in that 10-minute rant. But free form and brainstorm on a recording, not sitting there and looking at the wall. Hit record. You're a podcaster. Use your voice, right? Free form and brainstorm with a 10-minute recording. Just do it. Try it. And then try a role reversal. Pretend you're interviewing your future self or a character about your niche. Laugh about the absurdity and keep the best bits. Just flip it around and look at it from a different perspective. What about a mashup madness where you blend 2 unrelated ideas like podcasting and cooking, or podcasting and playing as babies and kids, right? and do a 5-minute improv segment. What unexpected hooks emerge from you just taking two seemingly unrelated topics and mashing them together, like I'm doing right now? As well, do a fail fast Friday. Release an unpolished, rough cut episode to a private group and gather feedback, iterate, and repeat. And tell people, listen, this is a raw recording of my next episode. I'd love for your feedback on what it sounds like before I go and do all the touches. How intimidating is that? Some benefits backed by play science. Research shows play boosts divergent thinking and idea generation by 20% when reducing anxiety tied to failure. For podcasters, this means less second guessing, faster production, and authentic voices that connect deeper than overproduced content. Perfection kills momentum. Now, again, for that person in the back that just kind of looked up from their phone, perfection kills momentum. Play fuels it. Play fuels momentum for your podcast. Turning what if it sucks into what if it is brilliant. There's 3 steps to making play your habit. And I want you to put this into place this week. Okay, this is your homework. First, you need to schedule your play. Block in 15 minutes of pre-recorded, zero pressure warm-ups. Just you talking about your project, talking about your topic, talking about your community, and just schedule it. Block 15 minutes. And then celebrate the messes. Journal one play win weekly, even if it's just surviving a goofy take. And then share lightly. Tease playful clips on social without full polish, and watch your engagement grow over time. Done right, play isn't procrastination, it's your creative edge. Your listeners crave you, not the flawless, polished you. So loosen up, hit record, and watch your show evolve. This is time for you to play. It's time for you to grow. Play is a serious business, and it's time to get serious about play as a podcaster. So get out there and play. I'd love to hear how you play as a podcaster and what it does for your show. Let me know at howtopodcast.ca. Thank you so much for listening to the entirety of the episode, including this part. You know what? A lot of people leave right now, so we'll let them leave. Give them a second to go. Okay, now it's just you and me. We have our meetups that we do for the How to Podcast series. We do them during the week, and we also do them on Saturdays. So twice a week, you have the opportunity to meet other podcasters, just like you. Some people have just started. Some people haven't even released an episode yet. Some have been doing it forever. And we get together and talk podcasting. We want to help you in community to continue with your show, to start your show, to grow your show. So come and meet listeners of this show in one space on meetup.com. Again, through howtopodcast.ca, you'll see the links. It's completely free to join. Come whenever you have an opportunity to come. There's no commitment. You don't have to sign any waivers. You can just come join us. Come join the conversation. We'd love to have you there, because the only thing that's going to make these meetups better is you being there. So I'm hoping you will say yes. And you'll say, Dave, I'm tired of podcasting by myself. I wish there were people I could connect with that are fellow podcasters and share my frustrations with guests who ghost me, and my editing software is crapping out on me, and I'm just having this hard time. I'm just having a hard time coming up with podcasts, episodes, and titles, and all the things, and social media. And wouldn't it be great to get in a room with other podcasters and share best practices and learn? 3 of our 4 Saturdays every month are themed. So you have a topic, but that last Saturday of every month is open question and answer. Ask anything. Come meet a podcaster. Come enjoy the podcasting community through howtopodcast.ca. Come to our meetups. Can't wait to see you there. Hey, you're still here. Awesome. This is great. I'm glad to have more time with you. Everyone else is gone, so it's just you and me. So I like to do like a question and answer at the end of the episode, just as bonus content and encourage people to listen longer. So you cracked the code. So you are one of the super fans. To that point, I'd love to have time with you. howtopodcast.ca. My calendar's there all the time. Anytime. Come, let's have a virtual coffee and just chat about podcasting. I love meeting people like you. So you don't have to have a podcast to talk to me. I love to talk to anybody who is interested in podcasting. So keep that in mind. The question is, the question to me was, Dave, how has podcasting improved your life personally or professionally? That's a great question. So I think personally, it's helped me to be a better listener. It's helping me to give people space when they're talking without feeling the need to interject and to interrupt other people. That's been great. I think as a listener of podcasts, it's helped me grow. I find that I'm inspired by people's podcasts, their stories. I'm inspired by real life examples and how people have overcome or learned something or grown. It's really helped me to quickly identify areas that I need to develop as a human to be better. And I think overall, I think professionally as well, podcasting has really helped me to connect with great people. It's expanded my circle through interviews. It's expanded my world. I now know people globally that I would never know had I not had a podcast. I've had time with people that would never, ever respond to an email or a phone call or a DM. But because of my podcast, they say yes. And some of these people have turned into real friends. And I can basically travel the world and sleep on couches and in people's homes all around the globe. People have invited me for dinner. I've had restaurants invite me to come to New York for a dinner, or someone say you can crash on my house in New Zealand next time you're there. All around the world. It's just amazing to see a new friend in Iceland who keeps sending me messages, buying me coffees, which is amazing. Like, it's just, I would never have any of these interactions. They would not know me. I would not know them. So professionally, it's helped me grow. It helps me get clients from my editing business. I have a podcast editing business. So it helps me there. I think podcasting can change your life. It can change your life in creating content, putting your voice out there, thinking through your thoughts, sharing your story, being vulnerable. All of these things are going to make you a better human. So even if nobody listens to your show ever, and you have no downloads, it'll still help you grow as a human being. If you approach podcasting from that perspective, that I'm here to grow as a human, and this podcasting thing is going to make me a better person, and then who cares how many people listen? Who cares if you have anybody? I record this episode, and if nobody hits play on this episode at all, and it's zero, it's not a loss. It's not a failure. Right? I still showed up for me. I showed up for my audience. I did the work. What happens after this point, once I hit publish on this episode and put it out into the world, I don't have any more control anymore. It'll go to the people who it goes to, and it'll not go to the people that it doesn't. And I can't do anything about that. So I podcast to grow as a human, to connect with people. Sure, I want as many people as possible to hear this, but will they? I don't know. And am I tied to that? No. I just love creating content through podcasting. And that's my motivation. So, yeah, podcasting has definitely improved my life personally and professionally. And if you haven't started yet, you're in for a great ride. And I'd love to be there in the passenger seat with you, helping you along the way. Reach out anytime. Love to talk to you.